Well, when you do a film for $500,000, they're usually nice to you.
Yeah.
Can you just slate it and then you got to speak?
I'm Joe Leydon. I'm
That's
from
Joe.
Houston,
He's a Taurus. Favorite color's magenta.
and I like,
Loves to laugh.
yes. George, were you looking for something this different from ER, or did it come looking for you?
This came looking for me. I was looking for, I wanted to be very careful about what I did film-wise because I always worry about going into, you got to worry about, I've spent a long time doing television. I finally got a good break in TV. You have to be very careful about what you choose film-wise. So I was trying to do a couple of scenes in a good film. There was a film called Mulholland Falls I wanted to do. It was just a couple of scenes with Nick Nolte, you know, and which I didn't get, you know, but I was trying to find a good film with a couple of good scenes in it, just to get an introduction into film. And I'd met Quentin a few times and read for him a long time ago and met Robert Rodriguez. And they came up and said, we got this for you if you want to do it. And before I read it, I said yes. And, you know, when you're talking about those kind of people, and then you read it and you go, yes, definitely, I'd like to do it. So.
Were you a big horror movie fan when you were a kid?
Mm-hmm. Sure, I think everybody is when they're kids. And you know, the genre is kind of accelerated, and it's so it's, you know, it's now becoming kind of this beast of its own. This isn't, the funny thing is, this is a hard, it's not a hard sell, but it's a hard film to describe because it isn't really a horror film. It's all of these things. It's an action adventure for the first half, and it's this, you know, it's just this wild ride, and that's what's fun for us. Is it just kind of goes all over the place.
So, what is it like co-starring with Quentin as opposed to being directed by him?
Which I've done both of. Quentin is this like raw energy in a room, and what's great is he you know, it's hard to explain what he does in a room because he just tries everything. He'll try 100 things in a room. Now I come from an area of television where in TV you get a couple of takes, you hit your mark. Is it good? They print it and they move on. And you don't get a lot of experimentation at all. Quentin walked in and said, let's try this, let's try that. And Robert said, go, try it. And it was a great, fun experience for us because we had a really great time. We laughed a lot, but we took it very seriously. And he takes his acting very seriously, which I think people don't know or don't understand enough of. And I think he's going to get, I think people are going to be much nicer to him now about his acting because he's really wonderful in this film. I mean, really wonderful. He was wonderful to work with. You know, he tries anything, and you'll say, "Hey, let's do it this way," and he'll go, "All right, whatever you want to do, man," which is great.
Now, your character, sort of a tricky balancing act you've got going for you here, wouldn't you say?
Sure. Yeah, it is. But you know, that's if you're an actor and you're growing up doing this, it's more or less what you want to be doing. You know, you don't want to get stuck doing one particular person or get pigeonholed into one particular person, which, you know, may not have happened yet on the show. So, you know, I'm lucky enough to get a chance to do this and kind of keep things moving a little bit.
I remember a few years ago talking to Tom Selleck, and he said, you know, people don't realize that when you do have a television series and you're also trying to get a movie career going, you are a slave to the calendar. You can only do what is being filmed at that particular envelope of time.
Absolutely.
Has this cost you other roles?
Sure, but, well, yes and no. I mean, the truth is those things change as you play the game a little bit more. You know, I'm on a show right now that's so popular that a lot of times the very good films, like I'm doing the first film for DreamWorks that's going to start up, they wait for you, you know, and they say, okay, let's time this out. So you get things get a little easier for a while. You're still a slave to the calendar because it means I'm going to overlap doing the series and the movie at the same time, and which I did last year. And it means you don't get any catch-up time or any time because this show is very hard to do. Not complaining, it's fun to do, but you work 14 hours a day. You do 10 and 11 pages, which no show does. We speak a dialect and a dialogue that no one you know, understands, and we do this ballet with our hands, and we do it all in 1 and 2 takes because it's all Steadicam shots. It's very tough to do, and it takes it out of you. And then to go from that to the film, or overlap the two. You're just tired. But that's okay. That's, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
Take care.
Have fun. Have a